Hello my fellow gamers, and welcome once again to Perafilozof SimCity Let's Plays. Last time I left off my third city with just the road network. Now I'm going to put in the services and the zones. I have yet to choose a name for it, but I have had a few good ideas when I had asked you for the name of my first city, so I'm going to use one of those ideas now. This city I am going to name Phoenix Plains once I set up my town hall and be able to name the city. Now, like I said, I need to place my services. I have chosen this spot here and this spot here for the services for the residential part of the city, while there are going to have to be some services up here for the industry. Now, one fire department number 2, clinic, second clinic, a police station, and another police station. I am going to place the high school here. While this spot here, I'm going to try and fit the town hall. Now I'm also going to need a clinic up here because of all this industry that's going to be located up here, and a fire station, but once I zone I will know where I'm going to be able to put those two buildings. Since I have placed down the school, I should place these school bus stops, but the trick is that at the moment I haven't zoned anything, so I don't know where would I put those bus stops. So time to zone. First stuff here. This part is going to be all for industry. This empty space is for the mines and the depots, and then again industry here. Now for the residential and commercial. What I will sometimes do when I'm not sure where I'm going to have my commercial sectors and how much of them, I will place residential zones over the entire city, and then I will go block by block and delete a little bit of residential and instead of it add commercial. I have now added the commercial in between these residential parts, but here in the middle ring I have not yet figured out where exactly do I want my commercial. Now there is a reason for that. I haven't yet placed the parks and made any high land value or medium land value inside this ring. I only have these pockets here that are from the service buildings. What I'm trying to figure out here is how exactly to place the parks and yet get a nice even distribution of high wealth and medium wealth without taking up too much space that would be for the medium density buildings. Now I am pretty sure that I'm going to have 4 parks here on this middle avenue, 2 on each side, and when the influence overlaps it is going to give me high land value here and medium land value over here. But I'm trying to figure out where exactly would I put them but still have medium density buildings inside this ring. Now the easiest way would be to leave these parts unzoned and then look here. If I want to have a medium density building, it cannot create up until here, so this piece here, the small piece here, is free for a park. Now let's see, can we put a park there? Yep, it seems to fit. Let's check it out again. Yep, it fits. So that would be one medium density building here. This would be a second, and this could even be a third. So a small park right here. Now because these parks are small parks, you will see that they didn't overlap far away and I only have these small zones. But I will therefore have a lot of space for medium density buildings. And I will have 3 medium density buildings here. Now, how can I get some more of this highland value? Well, since these buildings only reach up until here, I can place more parks right here. And there we go. A high land value, medium land value, and the rest is at a low land value. Now I can return these zones to try and get as many low density buildings here as possible. Now the question is, where do I plan to go up to medium density, or should I say, where do I want the entrances and exits from these homes to be at? Now if I have them go onto the outer edge and this zone the inner edge, that means that these guys can go out to the outer edge as well, and that will leave this inner part totally unused. The only buildings that are going to go up to medium density are the ones inside, and they are zoned over here onto this avenue, which means that these parts here are going to be useless. So maybe I should zone these buildings on the inside circle, on the inside road, while dezoning the outer. Now that then means that these buildings are going to take up space like this, and when you have buildings on an inside circle, they're going to be wasting a hell of a lot more space because they are square while the road is arced, and you're going to have a lot of space wasted. They are better at using space if they are on the outer side of the road. Therefore, I am going to have my buildings go up to medium density on the outer road, and since now I know where the medium density buildings are going to be, this is where I can put the school bus stops. Now over here it's pretty easy to see where I'm going to put the bus stops. Since I don't want the buses to go into each of these streets individually, I'm going to put the school bus stops like this. Now that the school bus stops have been placed all over the city, I see that there could be a problem educating the kids that are all the way up here into the corner, because the high school is all the way down here. If I see a problem, I can always plop a public library here somewhere, and it's going to help with the education. Now that I have zoned these parts up here, I see where I can place the third clinic. And I'm going to choose this spot here so that this clinic can go all the way to the residential and the industrial. I also now see where I'm going to put the fire station, the third fire station, since the industrial is going to be up here, and this is where I have my clinic. I'm going to put the fire station over here. I need to upgrade the fire stations with fire alarm, something I usually forget. I can also upgrade the clinics from the outset, so that I don't have to worry about that later on. So now I have set up the fire services, health services, the police services, and the education services. I have also placed the parks, created the land value, so I have done pretty much everything necessary to start up this city. I can just sit back and enjoy the show. Now I know you're probably saying, oh, but you forgot the commercial here. Nope, I did not. I'm going to wait and see how many buildings are going to be set up and how, and then use the holes that they create on the circle setup to fill it in with the commercial. Since commercial buildings are usually smaller, especially the ones that are high wealth commercials, I'm going to wait for these buildings to set up and then place the commercials. And like I said, you see, a hole has been created here. I just unzone the residential, put up commercial, and there's the shop there. Same over here, unzone, place commercial, a shop will pop up. So very simple and elegant. Now that enough Sims have moved in, I can plop the town hall, hopefully, right here. Excellent, there we go. Town hall, right at the spot that I hoped that it would fit. Now, since I can name the city, as I said, it's going to be called Phoenix Plains. It is one of the names given to me by one of my subscribers at an earlier video, and now I'm using it. I'm also going to use the two names that started with Para that I liked for the two cities that are going to be here and here. The one is going to be Peralonium, if I remember correctly, and the other one was Peratropolis. Can already upgrade the town hall to a city hall. I can already see that I am going to have a problem with pollution. Now, something I forgot to tell you about this map. For whatever reason, there is pollution whenever you create a city on this map without you even having any industrial buildings. Now, this is something that comes along with these maps that were created for the expansion. For whatever reason, Maxis decided to put in pollution that starts off at the city as soon as you start a city, so I'm going to have to plant a lot of trees to get rid of that pollution. Seem to have missed a spot. You guys were probably saying, "You missed a spot!" for the last 15 minutes, but I just saw it now. Let's see how the workers and shoppers are faring. I have only half the necessary workers at low wealth, third and half of the medium and high wealth. Well, the shoppers, I have all the unsold goods. Now this is probably because shops usually pop up before homes do, just like you can see here, so that is going to fix itself up very soon. Now you may notice something. There are no homes at the backs of these homes. You can check this out by taking a tall tree road and placing it, and you can see that there are no places for it to be plopped. That means that these two streets are too close to each other, and that is what I was talking about when I was creating the network for this city. I told you that having these circles sometimes creates these problems where you can have medium density buildings. Now, I'm not sure how exactly this can be fixed. Maybe if I were to redo this part of the road, maybe there is an extra amount of space on this side that I could take away. I guess I could try it. I kinda doubt that this actually worked. Yeah, still as bad as before. Maybe with the freehand tool. Let's try that now. Well, it kinda looks like it worked, but it's gonna be a good question. You can see the similar problem on this side. Yeah, it might not work. Just need to put the park back in. Yeah, you can see here that most of these homes have managed to build back-to-back now. The same will probably be true here. I can now build the mayor's house, and since there's free room here, I'll plop it here. Let's see how the industry is setting up, quite nicely actually. Now, I'm not going to allow the industry to go up to medium density on top of this road here, because this road is for the ore and coal transports. So the industry can go up to medium density down here on this road. Then I'm not going to allow the Sims to go up to that road, but down here on this road, so that they do not interfere with the workers coming up here. Although I see that I should place one road connection, at least here, so that they have somewhere to turn about. Now I could probably place the recycling center. It should go about here. I'm not going to be making plastic, but rather alloy. I'm going to get a lot of these recycling collection trucks right away and send them to my previous two cities. And hopefully they're going to pick up their garbage as well and bring it here for recycling. Well, that was the last service building that this city has the need for. I believe that this video is probably going to be long enough as it is, so I'm going to leave you now. Thank you for watching and please stay tuned for more.